My name is Michael Durko, and I'm going to be talking about the traveler's experience. The purpose of my speech is just to provide information about places to go in St. Paul, and more importantly, how many people have been to St. Paul? Cool, a good chunk of you. So we're going to talk about selecting the perfect hotel firstly and foremostly. And I'm going to be featuring Hotel 340 St. Paul and the St. Paul Hotel, which are both boutique hotels. So what's really great about boutique hotels is that they really focus on the details. And what's really cool about the details is that typically they're focused on quality versus quantity in terms of rooms and how the hotel breaks down. So this picture is actually of the Mosaic pool at Hotel 340 St. Paul. This is original to the St. Paul Athletic Club, and it dates circa 1920 and was fully restored in the 1970s. And so what's really great about these boutique hotels is that they're a lot more focused on history, and therefore the guest experience is typically a lot better. And of course, making the price you're paying worth the money with this time. In addition to, there are lots of small details that are considered in to everything as part of a hotel stay. I work in the industry myself, so I can tell you all those things, but clearly those aren't important right now. But as we move on here, we'll talk about other things that kind of play into that. In addition to things like the view and the location. This is also from Hotel 340 St. Paul. This is one of the King Suites, and it's actually located at 340 Cedar Street, which is right down the road from the St. Paul Capitol Building. So it boasts terrific views of the city. However, sometimes though, based off of where the hotel is located or the view that it offers, it tends to either detract or kind of help make traveling throughout the city a little bit more convenient. Granted, aside from the travel time that you're enjoying, the other majority of it is going to predominantly be spent traveling throughout the city and traveling back and forth, especially in a metropolitan area like St. Paul, where you've got a good long traveling time. And like, for example, I met a guy working at the hotel that I work at who says that pretty much it takes like an hour just to be able to go a mile within Washington, D.C. Granted, two different metros, but certainly kind of the same concept. So always having to budget that extra time is very important. Moving on, aside from selecting a perfect hotel, we have to select a perfect restaurant. This is one of my recommendations. This is called W.A. Frost & Company. W.A. Frost & Company is one of our more notable properties from the company that I work for. And W.A. Frost & Company got started as a pharmacy in the early 1910s up on Cathedral Hill. And eventually Cathedral Hill got abandoned. It was full of burglars and awful people. And so my boss, Mr. John Rupp, came in and started restoring all these properties. And more importantly, he kind of wrote this really great, place matters type of speech, which I'll kind of fill you in on. Essentially, it kind of goes something like this. Place matters. Place provides context. It sets the backdrops to our lives. Place is what wraps up all five senses and creates a memory. You'll remember the places where the big stuff happened, the job accepted, the proposal offered on bended knee, and the right time, the right team finally won the biggest game. There are a million other moments, quieter ones perhaps, but they're all part of the story. And really that's what we focus on a lot of our properties. In addition, as we start talking about cuisine and notoriety, it's really great to kind of determine what those are when you're selecting a restaurant. For example, W.A. Frost & Company has the best rated patio in the Twin Cities. And with the cuisine, it's all over the range in terms of pricing. Even though it's one of the best of the best, the pricing is certainly there. And according to the Star Tribune, which wrote an article about us, they said, other small-sized plates, or what we call micro entrees on the Frost menu, speak and offer a flurry of creative $14 and under options. And we feature our maple sausage pheasant cassoulet as one of our small plates items. And it really kind of appeals to the fact that you can go to a really big name place, but certainly not spend a big amount of price. And that's kind of what W.A. Frost is built on. It's not to come when you save up a lot of money, but come when you're hungry, which is really what we're all about, providing a great guest experience. In addition to notoriety, the St. Paul Grill and the St. Paul Hotel are very similar to Hotel 340, in addition in that it kind of leads into our recommended establishments as well. I recommend those in addition to all the other Commonwealth properties when traveling to St. Paul, just because they're going to offer you the best of the best experience, and also great amenities, and of course, a great place to spend your money and time as well. In addition, in the area is also the infamous Hell's Kitchen, which I recommend. It's nothing affiliated with Gordon Ramsay, but the original Hell's Kitchen as well. So I recommend that place as well, and I also recommend Tongue in Cheek. But then here's my works cited as well for the rest of my presentation. Other than that, thank you.